Upon viewing Mulan, one will notice a certain theme of redemption that shows up near the end of the film. This is seen, as the watcher will know, through her struggle with the masculine identity that she's had to put onto herself in order to replace her father in the war against the Huns. However, near the end of this, she comes to a self-realization that she doesn't need to do this anymore, and embraces her true identity, and in so doing, provides the ultimate recipe for defeating the Huns later on in the story. So it can be seen that her redemption comes through following her own passions and doing that which she believes to be right. However, the Christian view of redemption is quite different, in that it doesn't focus on following one's own passions, but following Christ instead. Showing this are the various different structures that the Christian life has in comparison to a film, such as the self-conflicts that arise, the realization moment when a Christian realizes that or a potential Christian, might I add, realizes that all of the things that they've been striving after, that they've been searching for, lusting for, are worth nothing, that whether they achieve them or not, it will not be worth anything in the end, which is a very stark contrast to what we see in Mulan. And so, we also see stuff like redemption, the idea of it itself. While in this film it is mostly the idea of overcoming one's personal weakness, with Christianity it is more along the lines of being saved from your own passions instead of being free to follow them, as your own passions will lead you into nothing but death, with the proper redemption through Christ leading you not to death but to life. And so there are many parallels between these two ideas, the romanticism of Mulan and the objective truth of Christianity, that shows that redemption is not found, as I've said, through the pursuit of passions and the idolization of oneself and one's own ideas, but through willfully submitting yourself to Christ and realizing that mankind is innately sinful and in need of a Savior, and embracing that redemption without the need of your own passions, and following the passion of Christ instead. And as such, it can be quite clearly seen that redemption in Mulan and in truth is quite different, and that one must turn to Christ.